Hello children, today we are going to start with class 6 mathematics, chapter number 7, that is introduction to algebra. So here the first topic is use of letters as symbols for numbers. So in algebra what we do, sometimes we have to use some letters, alphabets, mainly small letters in place of numbers. So how these letters are used in place of numbers in algebra and when it is used, that we are going to learn now. So for that we will take few examples. So the first one is, you just think that there are some marbles in a bag. You think there are some marbles in a bag. Out of that, 7 marbles have been taken out. Now, some marbles means how many? We don't know exactly how much it is. So, some marbles are there in a bag, and from that bag, 7 marbles have been taken out. And here it is given that after taking out 7 marbles, 30 marbles are left. Okay, that means after taking out 7 marbles, 30 marbles are left from some marbles. That means here as the sum marbles means we don't know how much exactly it is. For that what we will do is, we will take any letter like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H up to Z. You can take any, but generally what we do, we used to take X for the number or the number of marbles that we don't know. That means the quantity that we don't know, for that we will take X. X means it is unknown numbers. That means it can take the value of any. So such symbols are also called as variables. Variables means they does not have any fixed value. They can take any number. So the second example is, there are some mangoes in a basket. Again some mangoes. There are some mangoes in a basket. So, and again 20 mangoes were put into it. That means when we are putting the number of that some mangoes, it will increase. So it is plus. So here as 7 marbles were taken out in the first case, it was minus. But here we are putting 20 mangoes into the mangoes which are already there in a basket. So some mangoes were there already in the basket. So 20 mangoes were put there. So after putting 20 mangoes, it became 40. Now how to write this in the form of algebra? So here some mangoes means take any alphabet. So as we have put 20 mangoes or someone has put 20 mangoes, numbers will increase. So plus equal to 40. So from this, what is the value of this m, we can find it out in algebra, which will come to it afterwards. Then fourth example is sum of sides of square. Now square is a plane figure, square having all the sides same. Suppose as for example, if one side of a square is 6 centimeter, all the sides will have the same measurement. That means 4 sides. If one side is 6 centimeter, the second side, third side and the fourth side will also have the same measurement. So that means to find out the perimeter or the total length of the side of the square, what we have to do? We have to add 4 6. So which will give us 24. But instead of adding 4 number of 6's again and again, what we can do is, you just count like this. How many 6 are there? 4 6. That means 4 into 6. Also we get 24. Now here, what these 6 are? All these 6 are the sides of a square. So that means from this we can also write it as 4 into side, or together 4s. The formula to find out where s is the side of a square. So if we know the one side of a square, we can find out the perimeter of that square by multiplying the side by 4. Okay. So using this formula, as I have said, we can find the perimeter of a square. Now listen, letters may be used, again repeating, letters may be used to represent unknown numbers. So this you will have to remember in case of algebra. So in algebra, letters are used to represent unknown and unspecified numbers. Unspecified means the numbers which are not mentioned. To find out unknown numbers or the numbers which are not mentioned in a problem, we use letters in algebra. These letters are called as variables. So they are called as variables because variables can take any value. Variables are used with plus or minus sign. That means plus or minus sign. You see here it is minus, here it is plus. So with multiplication also we can use variable 4s. So plus minus multiplication to indicate addition, subtraction or multiplication of the numbers which are not mentioned in a problem. Okay. So after this, the next topic that we have is indicating multiplication and division with symbols. Now, how to indicate multiplication and division by using symbols? Now children, all of you know the symbol that we use for multiplication. What it is? That cross symbol, multiplication, which we also say into. So into is used as a symbol for multiplication, and for division what we do? A line and 2 dots on upper side and lower side of that line. So that is the symbol for division. But in algebra, the symbol, multiplication symbol, is not used very often. The reason behind that is, as you have seen in algebra, as I have said, mostly we use x in place of symbol as a variable. So multiplication symbol is not used to avoid the confusion with that of the x, because if we write x as well as the multiplication sign together, we may confused with the x and the multiplication sign and mix it up. So to avoid that confusion, directly we do not write the symbol of multiplication as a cross. Then what it can be? So what is the solution for that? Now multiplication is usually indicated in following ways. You just listen. Placing a dot, it can be done by placing a dot between the variables that we are multiplying. Suppose it is supposed to be, you see, as I have said, multiplication sign we have to write like this, and we are supposed to write like this. But in algebra, what we do, in place of multiplication sign, so that there may not be any confusion with x, we can use dot in between this. Now this dot means we have to understand that it is multiplication, or without using any dot, simply we can write AB. AB means we have to understand that this is the multiplication of A and B, symbols A and B or variables A and B. If A and B together without any sign in the middle, understood that it is multiplication. Or if it is like this, A bracket B, then also it is multiplication, or both A and B are inside the bracket, then also it is multiplication. So, that means in which ways we can indicate the multiplication sign? The first one is placing a dot between two symbols for numbers. That means between the two symbols, if there is a dot, it is multiplication. Writing one symbol for a number after another with no sign of operation between them. That means here A, symbol A is for one number, symbol B is for another number without any symbol in between them. That also means multiplication. So, A is for one number, B is for another number, out of these two, one inside the bracket, then also it is multiplication. Or if both are inside the bracket, then also it is multiplication. Okay. Then the next is translating words into algebraic symbols. That means if a problem is given in word, how to write that in algebraic expression. Now, we will take few examples. Okay. So, some examples are the first 14 added to n. Now, 14 added to n. How to make an algebraic expression out of that? So, 14 added to n means we are adding 14 to n. So, it will become n plus 14. Now, for this same algebraic expression, we can also say this in words in other way, like I can also say it n plus 14. That means if it is n plus 14, you will have to write it like this. I can also say it as sum of n and 14, then also it is n plus 14. Then I can also say it as 14 more than n, then also it is n plus 14, or n increased by 14, then also it will be n plus 14. So, in the similar way, we can write algebraic expression which are in words by using different symbols like minus, then multiplication and division. Then it is for multiplication. If it is 14 times n, how you will write 14 times n? 14 times n means it will be 14 into n, which means 14n. 14n, as we have said, the symbols of multiplication that we use in algebra. If there is no symbol, then also it is multiplication. So, there is no symbol between 14 and n. It means it is multiplication. Whether you write it like this 14 into n or simply 14n, same thing it is. Then I can also read this as product of 14 and n, product of 14 and n. Then I can also say it 14 multiplied by n, read like that, and I can also read it as 14 groups of n. Okay. So, children, with this we have completed chapter number 7. So, stay safe and keep learning. Thank you.